is my honor to be able to throw Donald Trump over the top in the delegate count tonight with 89 delegates and another 6 for John Kasich. Congratulations, Dad. We love you.
Republicans making it official, nominating Donald Trump with the help of his son, Donald Jr. The nominee now just one day away from the biggest speech of his life to accept the nomination. So how can he win over members of his party who refuse to endorse him?
Yeah, well, joining us now, conservative talk show host and Trump surrogate, Dr. Gina Loudon. Thanks so much for being with us from Cleveland. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Good to be here with you.
So that is the big question. I mean, he has got to unite the party in order to even be competitive in the general election. You still have a lot of big-name Republicans, including Ted Cruz, who have not formally endorsed him yet. What does he need to say to get some of that support?
Well, I think his openness to having people here who aren't even willing to endorse him, but he's saying, here, I'm going to give you the stage anyway. I think that's a big open door, a big invitation to people who, for example, supported Ted Cruz. So I think it's really interesting. And I think as we continue on, especially tomorrow, I think that we'll be, or today, as it were, I think we'll be seeing more and more of those people. And just as a delegate who's been on the floor and asked a lot of other delegates, I am definitely hearing the transition happening.
Yeah, you're forgiven for not realizing what
we're all
day
confused.
it is. I think you were on last night with Hannity, so you've been up all night long as well. Today we expect to hear from Governor Pence, and as we said, Ted Cruz will speak as well. What do you think Ted Cruz will do? Do you think that he will officially endorse Donald Trump?
I hope so, because if he doesn't, it's going to send a message to his supporters who have been very loyal through this entire process that they should maybe just sit out or vote for Hillary Clinton. I mean, if you aren't on board with Donald Trump, who is our nominee at this point, then you are on board by default with Hillary Clinton, and we all know that. And I think it's become so seriously clear at this point that it's really big time decision time.
Why do you think some of these guys have continued to sit back? When you look at Mitt Romney and the Bushes, none of whom are there.
Governor Kasich.
Dick Cheney, Kasich. I mean, there's a big list of them. What do you think is their biggest hesitation when it comes to Donald Trump?
Honestly, I think it has a lot to do with establishment politics, like we've talked about all the way through this. I can tell you that for people like me who have battled the establishment my entire political life, that's the reason. When I saw who was opposing Trump, that's what forced me to take a second look at him. And I don't think that I'm that different from the average American who just wants the system broken up so that we can bring in real change, so that we can really create jobs, so that we can really feel safe as a nation, so that our families, again, can be safe and secure and prosperous. And I think it's a message that resonates. It's kind of a back to basics message, and it opposes Hillary so nicely, where she's sort of always saying the poor me message. Donald Trump is always kind of saying the for me message, and I think that especially today's theme it resonates with those kind of people who are interested in real reform in government.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us early this morning.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, great having you with us.